2, 3, 4.
4 and 6.
4 and 6.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think I looked Whitley and somebody's Knox Central. Yeah. The common opponents. Fletcher. Central's not going to be. Fletcher's not going to be the easiest game, I don't think, next week. But should be all right. You got to play a tough one. Yeah, I know.
Harlan County.
Yeah, Harlan County. Yep, Black Bears, they call them.
We've never played Harlan County.
I don't remember it. We played them in the middle school, but not varsity, I think.
Harlan.
L.A., yeah. Yeah.
Harlan. Should be okay. Should be good. Maybe that'd be good.
Right.
Do you have a spare pen up there? This one's dead. I really hope. I mean, it's going to hit right on the money. 'Cause they
Yeah.
take Field High School football playoff action. Round 1 tonight in the Class 4A state championship Kentucky playoff football. Corbin at home, should be at home throughout the duration of the playoffs, playing host to the Black Bears of Harlan County. I'm Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Count you down to kickoff. We're about 6 minutes until we tee it up here at Campbell Field. Round 1.
That's
hopefully
right.
on a march to the road to Kroger Field.
Exactly, yeah. Hounds perfect on the season. And just want to say hello high top the T107 radio booth. And like you just said, Hounds perfect at 10-0. And Ronnie's kind of set the table right there. Hounds going to be at the friendly confines of Campbell Field, hopefully till the Hounds arrive at Kroger Field. So, a tough game on hand right here tonight to the Black Bears, Harlan County Black Bears, who like to run the football. So should give the Hounds a big test up front, see if the Hounds can shut down the 1,000-yard rusher for the Harlan County Black Bears. Give the Hounds a little bit of test, and should be a fun one right here with this big crowd at Campbell Field tonight.
People are still teaming in through the field. Look like we may have a big listening audience at home as well. Also, T1073.com. If you're sitting in the truck in the driveway, stop that. Get
That's
outside
right.
on your smartphones and devices. T1073.com. You can get the video of the game and this audio all for tonight and the rest of the season. That should be hopefully 4 more games.
That's right, crossing our fingers.
They play their cards correctly on the tonight of the season. Of course, Corbin High School now goes by what's called the RPI, or the Ranking Power Index, or whatever RPI stands for. But it's basically reminiscent of the old BCS era,
Yes, yes.
assigning team scores based on their cumulative performance throughout the season. Corbin goes into the Class 4A championship, the top dog, the number 1 overall seed in Class 4A. With that comes a lot of perks.
Yes.
You play the lower seed at all times. The rounds are constantly being reseeded. You always play the lower seed, and the high seed always gets home field advantage. Corbin's going to get both of those advantages going into the playoffs tonight. It really looks, not looking ahead from tonight's game. Got to win tonight. You don't win tonight, you will go home.
That's right.
Someone will be going home tonight in this football game, but Corbin has – I'd have to look back. I cannot think of a better field Corbin has ever been granted and a better seed Corbin has ever been granted to make a run to Kroger Field.
It's been a long time. That's exactly right. And, you look out here, the Hounds ready to go. And, the Hounds set up for success. Had a 10 and I had to go through the whole season and have that perfect season to kind of take over Bull County, to take over Lexington Catholic. And the Hounds have definitely done that, setting themselves up for success. So, you look for the Hounds to come out. You want to set the tone early. You want to, get the Black Bears playing from behind and, get up on the Black Bears and, kind of let them know they're in that lower seed for a reason. And the Hounds, to me, the interesting thing to me, Ronnie, tonight is, how the Hounds have went through the regular season just getting a little bit better each and every game. And, the Hounds have just set themselves up for success right here in the first round of the playoffs.
And we talked about this. The last 4 weeks, Corbin has been relatively untested in battle. They have blasted all of previous opponents leading up to tonight, 193-0.
Yes.
Your score of the last 4 games. Corbin has not allowed a touchdown in 4 football games. The last time they gave up a touchdown was Independence to Simon Kenton in the fourth quarter, a 6A team who's looking to make their own run.
That's right.
Of course, Simon Kenton has gone on to perform a really good second half of the season, so Corbin got a really good win up there in northern Kentucky.
Yeah, and that speaks to, how good the Hounds have been playing. They won the football game 38-35 on the Jacob Baker field goal to get that football game underway right there and get the win. And then, the Hounds just kind of got on that run, and that's what you want to see. You want to, as you move into playoff positioning and the Hounds look to move and keep that, that perfect record, that 10-0, you want to get on that run. You want to get some momentum. Coach Greer, Coach Elam, Coach Mills, and the coaching staff for the Hounds have done just that all season long. So it's just been a really fun football team to watch, especially in the second half of the season as they build for that march towards Kroger Field.
Interesting enough, I was looking at that Simon Kenton game. Corbin, of course, was down 2 touchdowns, ended up with that field goal victory.
That's right.
Simon Kenton hasn't lost a football game since that time, including putting a double-digit win over Woodford County, who some people believe is the best team in 5A right now.
Yeah, just speaks to that. Exactly. Simon Kenton, the Hounds roll in there.
Of course, I think it's Frederick Douglass, but still.
Yeah, in the midway point, and you're thinking, how do the Hounds measure up? And the Hounds should, come out on that football game, and it was a tough battle. And now looking back, like you just talked about that Simon Kenton game, Simon Kenton, a really good football team. So, I look for tonight, the Hounds get a little bit of a test and to see how the Hounds measure up. You want to have a little bit of test before you move into that 3rd and 4th week of the playoffs to kind of get the team battle ready into the playoffs.
Captains are on the field right now. The coin toss underway at the 50-yard line. Harlan County won the toss. They've elected to receive the football. 128 and counting until we kick this one off here at Campbell Field. Give the keys to victory tonight for the Hounds to come away with win number 11 on the season.
All right, tonight, JV keys to victory. Number 1, defensively. We talked about it. The Black Bears of Harlan County have a great running game. Hounds have to get the Black Bear running game shut down. Keep the Black Bears one-dimensional. Number 2, offensively, one word, explosives. Hounds have had a big explosive offense all season long with the big 3, Cade Elam, Camp Combs, Carter Stewart, leading receiver for the Hounds. Keep the big plays going and keep the Black Bears from playing from behind. Number 3, always a big thing in the playoffs. Number 3, turnovers. Protect the football. Hounds, 0 turnovers tonight. And then we talked about it last week and to end the regular season. Again, first round of the playoffs. Number 4, no injuries. First round of the playoffs, play good, sound football. And the last one, Hounds, number 5, win or go home tonight. We've talked about it. Hounds in the playoff. First round, be smart, play fast, and keep the eyes, keep that prize in your eyes on Kroger Field.
There you have it. Keys to victory tonight. Corbin followed those keys well all season long, coming into tonight 10-0 on the football season. Harlan County comes in tonight 4-6, 2 opponents in common. Whitley County and Knox Central Harlan County split with those teams, losing to Whitley, beating Knox Central. Corbin topped both of those opponents. Of course, they are 10-0 on the season. Teams are on the field. Corbin set to kick it away. Baker has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Back deep to receive for the Bears. Swanner and Jordan leading rusher for the Black Bears. Baker on the approach, puts the toe to it high. End over end kick, going to sail out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. Harlan County will take over 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line.
And there we go again. Of course, Jacob Baker, is played the broken record again, setting up the Hounds defense with the touchback. So Hounds defense comes out, and just a bunch of ball hawks over there. You look at the stats so far through 10 football games regular season, Hounds have forced, looks like 22 turnovers on the season, 7 fumbles, 15 interceptions. So, Hounds trying to get the Black Bears, like we said earlier, in that kind of one-dimensional football game. And, you shut down the run, force the Black Bears to pass.
Black Bears break the huddle in the shotgun, 5 wide receivers. Swanner opening up at quarterback for the Black Bears. Now they motion, running back in, pistol set, motion not called, handoff going across the right side. Spins off a tackler at the 20, up to the 25, down to the 26-yard line. Picks up about 6 or 7 on the opening handoff.
It looked like number 15, Carter Stewart, coming up from his corner spot, making the play right there. But you do see a little bit of the Hounds defense, almost like a swarming type defense. Troy Faulkner up in there, Jacob Baker, just coming off the edge. But, Carter Stewart coming in there to finish off that run. Really good job right there by Carter Stewart to kind of give a little bit of run support for the Hounds front 4.
Final spot. Make that a gain of 7, so 2nd and 3 from the Harlan 27-yard line. Swanner in the pistol formation. Trips to his left, one to his right. Resets the trip to a wing. Ball on the right hash. Handoff goes up the gut. Going to be hit in the backfield and driven into the ground. Jacob Baker leading the charge for the Hounds on defense.
Really good job right there. The running back for the Black Bears kind of got stacked up right there. Looked like number 2, Jonah Swanner, trying to find a little bit of a crease. But, the defensive end, Troy Faulkner, does a great job standing up the offensive lineman. Jacob Baker reads the play really, really well right there and comes in and makes the hit. So creates this big 3rd down right here early in this football game.
Forward progress will give him no gain. Sets up 3rd and 3. First 3rd down of the football game. Black Bears operating out of the pistol. Twin wideouts each way. Play action. Rolls to the left. Swanner trying to find an open receiver. Now he'll tuck it and run it. Actually, we'll drop it down the field. Going to be picked off. Intercepted at the 50-yard line. Xander Curry coming up with another interception on the season.
Yeah, Xander Curry right there leading the Hounds in interception so far this football season. 5 picks so far, make it number 6 right there. And Xander Curry just doing a great job. Got good pressure from defensive line on that edge, Peyton Warren. And the quarterback thought he was going to take off and run, but pulls up and throws the football. And then number 2 for the Hounds, Xander Curry right there to get that interception. So again, another great play by the Hounds in creating a turnover right out on the Black Bears' first possession.
Curry has definitely found a home on the back end of this defense. As a free safety, not a lot of guys have come up with as many turnovers as he's generated at that free safety spot. That was an errantly thrown ball, though. Now it's going to take over in great territory. 1st and 10 at the Black Bear 49. Elam in the shotgun. Bunch formation to his left. One running back offset to his right. Now he sends him in motion to the flat. Fires the screen, hauled in by Stewart, hauled in at the 50, picks up a couple blocks at the 40.
And there he goes.
It's a foot race at the 30, puts his foot in the ground, makes a defender miss, fights all the way up to the 20-yard line. Gain of 29 on the pitch and catch. Good little play call there out of that bunch set.
Yeah, just a great way to start right there. And I've said it last couple of weeks. Carter Stewart is this Cade Elam's best friend. The Hounds leading receiver, 38 catches, make that 39. Of course, 767 yards, 6 touchdowns for Carter Stewart.
Elam in the gun. Twin wideouts each way. 1st and 10. Handoff going to go to Combs up the middle. He's going to fight forward down to about the 14-yard line. Picks up 6 on the inside zone play.
Really good run up in there, Cam Combs. Just taking that, single back handoff from Cade Elam. Get behind that big Red Hound offensive line. Doing a great job. You got big Franklin West up there. Number 70 in there for the Hounds, Keegan Reeder. And, just the whole group really moving the football right now.
Corbin to the line in a hurry. 2nd down, play action. Elam tucks it and keeps it himself across the right side. Going to walk it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow, just another great play, a great offensive play, a great play design. You know, you in that A set, that one-back set, and you fake Cam Combs up in there. And, of course, everybody's going to kind of surround the leading rusher for the Hounds. And then Kate Elam being really smart, just pulling the football and run around the right side. And, you know, just nobody home right there. Hounds really striking fast defensively and offensively right here in this football game.
Corbin on the board in a hurry. Baker on for the extra point try. Snap is down, kick is up and away, splits the uprights and good. 9:25 remaining in the first quarter of play. Corbin's on top 7-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Dreaming about enjoying time on the lake but need a boat? Or planning a road trip but not sure which RV is right for you and your family? Wildcat RV and Marine can help. With our selection of Keystone and Crossroads RVs and Mercury Low boats, we can get you in the great outdoors. We're a family-owned RV and Marine dealer with professionally trained sales and service departments. Our staff is committed to helping you find the perfect RV or boat and keep it on the road or in the water. Wildcat RV and Marine, just off I-75 in Corbin, or online at wildcatrvandmarine.com.
9:25 remaining in the first quarter of play. Your score, Corbin 7, Harlan County nothing. Cade Elam kept it himself from the 15-yard line in for the first touchdown of the game. Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. Round 1 of Class 4A playoffs, and JB Corbin looking really polished right now.
Yeah, exactly the way you want to start the football game. You know, the Black Bears get the football, you start with a turnover, and then you take that turnover and, turn it into 6 points. So, great start for the Hounds.
Baker on to kick it off for the Hounds, puts the boot to it, end over end kick. Going to go out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. Swanner tried to field that in the mid zone, couldn't get his mitts on it.
Yeah, and again, just sets up the Hounds defense right here. You know, you got the front four teeing off, looking for that running game first. But, of course, especially dialing in on the pass as well. So, again, we talked about in the pregame, you want to keep the Black Bears one-dimensional and, try to keep the Black Bears throwing the football. But, just the Hounds defense. Xander Curry coming up with that big interception, number 6 on the season. Hounds, just a lot of ball hawks out there right now on defense.
Touched on in the pregame broadcast as a quarterback comes into tonight. 7 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. It's a rough secondary to throw in if you're not being efficient with the football. Black Bears going to open up 5 wide. Swanner back to throw. Now the play will be blown dead. Flag down on the Corbin sideline right now. Preliminary indication is going to be a false start going against the Black Bears, so they'll start 5 yards to their detriment down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and when you've got a running game and not much of a passing game, like you just mentioned, 7 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, and and then you got to face the Hounds secondary. You got to be a really good decision maker. So anytime you lose 5 yards, it's going to be tough to pick up the first down. So the Black Bears open their second offensive drive right here, 1st and 15, which is playing right into the hands of the Hounds defense.
Harlan County will reset 1st and 10. Still going to operate out of the 5 wide formation. Trips to the right, twins to the left. Swanner's going to keep it on the quarterback draw.
Wow.
Not a lot going to be there. He's actually going to lose a yard on the quarterback keeper.
Just a really good job up front. Looked like trying to pick up the number. Looked like Troy Faulkner up in there. Looked like Jace Hatfield trying to pick up the other D tackle in there. Probably Peyton Warren, I'm sure. That front 4 has done a great job all season long. When you can rush with 4, when you control the line of scrimmage with that front 4, as the Hounds have done all season long, it just makes things a lot easier. So, Peyton Jordan, number 52, in on that hit right there for the Hounds.
Harlan County the line, 2nd and 16, pistol formation, trips to the right. 1 wide receiver to the left. Swanner, option play to the left. He'll keep it himself. Across the left side, that was not a great decision. He's going to get peppered for it.
Yeah.
Might have picked up a couple on the option keeper, sets up 3rd and long.
Yeah, just a great job by the Hounds defense right there. Looked like a tackling leader, Zane Hammock in there on the play. Peyton Jordan again kind of closing down the quarterback read and then, going on to that pitch man. So Hounds really playing smart right here. And, you got an offense that likes to move the ball around a little bit and has to run the football. Right here's definitely where the Hounds defense wants the Black Bears in 3rd and long.
3rd and about 13, the count. Harlan County to the line, breaks the huddle with 5 on the play clock. Twin wideouts each way. Swanner operating out of the pistol. Straight drop back. Now he rolls to his right. He's under pressure. Throws out of bounds. Takes a shot as he lets it go, but incomplete. Just trying to get rid of that one and avoid the contact. Too bad.
Just trying to get the ball out of there. Number 92, Israel Summers, playing that left defensive end spot right there, doing a great job.
Well, he's had a great year.
Yes, he has. Just Israel Summers has been all over the place, and we've talked about it all season long. That front four of the Hounds, no matter what the rotation is, all 4 of those guys, or all 6 or 7 of those guys rotating in and out, they play sideline to sideline, and have done just a great job for the Hounds defense.
Spurlock in punt formation. Stewart standing on his own 50-yard line. Motion up front. Looks like indication from the line judge going to be offsides against the Hounds. Still not going to be enough to move the sticks. It's going to make it 4th and about 9.
Yeah, probably Black Bears, of course, still going to have to punt the football. And we haven't talked about it a lot, Ronnie, but early in the football season, the first 2 or 3, 4 games, the Hounds struggled a little bit with the penalties. They had 15, 16, 17 penalties through those first 2 or 3 football games, and the Hounds have done, even though a little bit of an offsides there, they've done a great job, to kind of get that dialed in on the penalties.
Harlan County resets still in the punt formation. Spurlock receives the snap. Puts the boot to it. It's an end-over-end wobbling kick, fielded right around the 48-yard line. Stewart heads towards the home sideline. Going to hit some contact there, forced out of bounds. Right around the Harlan County 43-yard line. Still great starting field position for the Hounds, second drive of the night.
Yeah, first thing jumped out to me exactly, just field position. We saw the Hounds create the turnover. Xander Curry coming up with 6 interception on the season there on the first offensive possession for the Black Bears. And then, with the 3 and out and the punt, the Hounds set up offensively perfect here to put some more points on the board.
Elam to the line. Twin wideouts in tight. Running back flanking him on either side as he operates out of the shotgun. Handoff goes to Mahan towards the away sideline. Clears the 40, lowers the shoulder at the 35, down to the 32-yard line. Nice gain, very close to the yard needed for the first down. See the spot, but he may have picked up the first.
Yeah, good job again. Cam Combs used to seeing him run the football up in there, but right there made a great block for Jonah Mahan.
2nd and 1, Corbin to the line in a hurry. Hard count has Harlan County in the neutral zone. They'll convert the first down needed on penalty yardage.
Yeah, both teams early here using the hard count to, get that free 5 yards. So, it's cost, the Hounds 5. It cost the Black Bears 5. So, something you got to be aware of a little bit. Move on ball movement, not the quarterback sound. Of course, quarterback definitely going to try to get you to jump off sides.
Official timeout. Looks like they may be resetting the sticks here. Technical issue with the chains on the away sideline. Result of the play, though, ball is spotted at the Harlan County 27-yard line. 7:21 left in your first quarter play. Corbin's on top, 7-0. Okay, now there's an explanation on the field. The result of the play was actually a first down. The penalty makes it 1st and 5. Okay, that wasn't necessarily reflected early on. Elam in the shotgun with twin wideouts. Straight pass. Fires over the middle. Hauled in and caught. Throws a bullet. Hauled in and caught at the 18-yard line. Puts a little steam on that one as he completes it to Warren over the middle.
Yeah, just a good job right there. Mark Warren finding a little empty spot in his zone. Not much of room in there.
Corbin to the line in a hurry, fakes the handoff, now fires the bubble screen out in the flat to Stewart, hauled into the 20, at the 10, high, diving for the pylon. We'll see what the spot is. It's in there for the touchdown.
Yeah, just good play design right there. We've seen the Hounds hit it over that left side, running the ball, and then you do a little play action to that left side, and Cade Elam fires the ball out to the right to Carter Stewart. Again, his best buddy right there, and Carter Stewart definitely knows how to get to the end zone. So really good play design, really good pitch and catch by Cade Elam and Carter Stewart to put the points on the board right there for the Red Hounds.
Corbin definitely going up-tempo tonight. No huddle for sure throughout the season, but they're really just going on that first snap. Baker on for the PAT try, splits the uprights and good. 6:59 left in your first quarter play. It's Corbin 14, Harlan nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Our world has dramatically changed over the past couple of years. We've all had to adjust to these changing times. But one thing that has not changed is the fact that the Hart family and Tri-County Cycle Sales is still serving southeastern Kentucky with the same quality products and service after the sale since 1968. Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Polaris are the biggest names in off-road adventure and can still be found at Tri-County Cycle Sales. For your next ATV or side-by-side, stop by the place where time has stood still. Tri-County Cycle Sales, located between Corbin and London on US 25 across from Kentucky Outdoorsman.
Quarter, Corbin's out to a 2-touchdown lead. They're on top of Harlan County, 14-0 here at Campbell Field, round 1 of the Class 4A playoffs. Ronnie Bowling and Jeff Barnett on your radio dial tonight. Corbin looking very sharp right now, JB. Looking like the very behooving of that 1 seed.
Exactly, yeah. Just having their way offensively, defensively, and, of course, Jacob Baker, on the special team side of it.
Baker puts the boot to it. It's a low-line drive kick, still end over end and still out of the back of the end zone, 3 for 3 on touchbacks from kickoffs tonight.
Yeah, just a great job so far. A really fast start by the Red Hounds in all 3 phases of the football game. Early in this first quarter right here, Hounds up big and just exactly what you want to do in the first round. You want to come out, score fast, play great defense. Hounds have definitely not disappointed. Really good job, like I said, in all 3 phases of this football team by the Red Hounds. You can tell definitely Coach Greer, Coach Mills, Coach Elam, all the Red Hound coaching staff got the Red Hounds ready to play tonight.
Third drive in a row. Harlan County going to open up with 5 wide receivers to start the drive. Quick screen hauled out into the flat, not caught over the hands of the intended receiver, incomplete as it flies out of bounds.
Yeah, Brody Wells right there, kind of in the vicinity right there, but really just kind of ricochets off the Black Bears receiver. Just a really quick screen out to the left, so sets up this second down right here for the Hounds defense. But again, just Hounds, all Red Hounds in this first quarter so far.
Result of the play, incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10. Swanner breaks the huddle. Black Bears still going with 5 wide look, predominantly a running team.
Yes.
Come out and spreading the field like they have. Bit of a surprise. Now they'll motion 2 running backs back in the backfield. Pistol formation, offset fullback. Handoff goes up the middle. Not a lot of running room there. He might have got a yard or 2 on the inside handoff.
Yeah, good job in there. Anthony Myers coming up off the pile. Looks like as well as number 37, of course, Zane Hammock leading the Hounds in tackles this season. 83 tackles before this football game. So good job again. And anytime you can control, like we said earlier, that running game or even that pass rush with those 4 down defensive linemen, 2D tackles, 2D ends, they can get off and rush the passer or shut down that run. You've got a huge advantage, and so far, Hounds defense doing just that.
Swanner to the line, quick screen, hauled in and caught in the flat at the 20. Fights ahead to the 25. The tackle is.
Yes, and that's what I was looking.
Defensive end making a tackle out in the flat. Boy, he's had a heck of a season.
He has, yeah. Israel Summers right there. You almost have to take a second look, when you throw the quick screen out to the right and you look up at number 92, Israel Summers is out there playing again in the quick screen game. So, just again, speaks to the athletes that are up, and the different speed that the Hounds are playing with up front.
Corbin going with the safe defense. Kind of keeping their defense on the field in case of the fake. Curry back deep to receive. Spurlock hauls in the kick. Almost blocked. I think it did get partially deflected. Rolls to the Corbin sideline. Takes a little bit of a Harlan County roll. It's going to be downed at the 43-yard line of the Black Bears. Again, Corbin, 3rd straight drive. They're going to start inside the right side of the 50.
Exactly, yeah, exactly what I was going to say. Look at the field position, just setting the Hounds up for success. 3 and out, the interception, the turnover, and then, anytime, we're just playing on one side of the football field right here for the Hounds. And, just a really good job, again, by the Hounds defense, setting up the offense, playing complementary football.
Elam to the line, twin wideouts each way, running back offset to the left. Back to pass, fire, stop route, hauled in and caught. That's Petrosky, finally brought to rest right around the 37-yard line, picks up about 6 on the pitch and catch.
Yeah, just a good job, Eli Petrosky. The freshman, of course, kind of settling in there, finding that little open spot and just settling right there. And Cade Elam getting great protection up front from the offensive line and, just making that connection. So, again, really good job, really good decision by Cade Elam.
Elam in the shotgun on 2nd and 5, trips to his left. Play action, fires the slant to the backside. That's Warren, hauled in at the 40, down to the 30. More than enough for the first down, actually down to the 20. Corbin on the move in a hurry.
Yeah, just moving the ball down the field at will, whatever you want to do. You want to run one, pick up a few yards. You want to throw a little screen out there to Carter Stewart like we saw earlier. You want to fire one to Mark Warren, Eli Petrosky, whatever you want to do. We saw Cade Elam, of course, run the football as well. Just whatever you want to do. Hounds really, just, again, offensively having their way right here.
Elam 5 for 5 on the night, all to different receivers. Takes the snap, play action, fires to Warren on the right side, hauled in and caught. Going to be tackled down right around the 12-yard line. Pickup of about 6 or 7 on the pitch and catch.
Yeah, and right there, Cade Elam again, just a little bit of a play action, and, the Black Bears have to honor the run. Cam Combs, of course, Hounds leading rusher, run all over the place, having a great year running the football, so you got to honor the run, and then you pull up and fire a dart out there, so good job by Cade Elam again.
2nd and 3, Hounds in the trips formation, Elam in the gun, sets the throw, play will be blown dead.
Yeah, it's really interesting just to watch Cade Elam, the quarterback, sitting up there, in the full trips, the one receiver to the right, the 3 receivers to the left. He takes that, that shotgun snap, sets his feet, and he's ready to fire. And, it's just really, really hard to defend. Even if you're playing man coverage, zone coverage, whatever it may be, you got a quarterback that can be accurate. And looking at, Cade Elam's percentage completion on the year, firing at 73% so far this year.
Elam on 2nd down, back to throw, fires, trying to find his receiver on the post pattern, across the right side, in and out of his hands. Incomplete. Trying to find Noah Sima on the quick slant, just couldn't hook up there in space. First incompletion of the night, 3:48 left in the first quarter of play, 5 of 6 on the evening.
Yeah, and, all through this season, we've seen Cade Elam kind of build, his confidence just grow as a quarterback, and, the whole football team, just growing their confidence through those first 3 or 4 games. Just, again, we talked about in the pregame, just getting better every single week, and, now the Hounds are right where they want to be, just full confidence in this offense.
Twin wideouts each side on 3rd and long, play action, fires over the middle, got Petrosky hauled in at the 5, spin move into the end zone for the touchdown. 19-yard touchdown strike from Cade Elam to Eli Petrosky.
Man, I tell you, just playing, pitch and catch, whatever you want to call it. Cade Elam having his way, offensive line doing a great job in protection, receivers running great routes, and then, Cade Elam just setting those feet and, just firing that fastball. So, again, just a great, great job by quarterback Cade Elam. And, of course, the offensive line, and the receivers, all working together.
Baker on for the extra point try, boots it through the uprights, and good. 3:41 left in the first quarter play. Your score, Corbin 21, Harlan County nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
I hate box springs. Well, here at Sammy's Furniture, we hate them so much, when you buy any mattress $7.99 and up, we're going to give you one for free. So if you're thinking, yeah, Sammy's right, if box springs were a person, I would punch them in the face. Well, guess what? You can take the price of that box spring and deduct it from any adjustable base we've got in the store, and we've got over 16 of them. Come see us today at Sammy's Furniture and Mattress, folks. We're open 7 days a week from 10 to 6, Sundays from 12 to 5. We got 12 months, same as cash financing if you need it. When you pick it up, you get an extra discount on top of a free box spring that we can't wait to get out of here. Come see us today at Sammy's Furniture.
3:41 remaining in your first quarter play. Hounds up big, 21-0, your first quarter score. Hounds on top of Harlan County here in the first round of the Class 4A playoffs. Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. And just looking over these stats right now. Jenny not in the booth with us, so I'm trying to keep these myself.
That's right, yeah.
Not up to speed, but I got Cade Elam 6 of 7. That 19-yard touchdown strike to Petrosky was only the first time he's thrown to a different receiver, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
He's hit 5 on 5 different receivers tonight. Baker on to kick it away, boots it out of the back of the end zone, almost put it through the uprights.
4 for 4?
4 for 4 on kickoffs tonight have all resulted in touchbacks.
What can you say? I mean, the Hounds look like so far, in the last 3 or 4 weeks, in moving in, of course, first week of the playoffs tonight, the Corbin Red Hounds are playing at a different level than all the other football teams in these last 4 or 5 weeks. And it's just, you hate to get overconfident. You always want to be ready to go. And, of course, that's, Coach Greer, Coach Elam, Coach Mills, all the coach staff going to do a great job of that. But I'll tell you what, Red Hounds just look unstoppable so far in, this first quarter, this first round of the playoffs tonight.
Harlan County breaks the huddle on their own 20-yard line. 5 wide receivers on the field. Trips to the left, twins to the right. Now takes off running with it. Maybe a designed quarterback draw. Going to pick up 6 or 7 on the quarterback keeper. Don't know if that was by design or not, but one of the most productive plays of the night for the Black Bears.
Yeah, the Black Bears got 6 or 7 right there, and looked like Jacob Baker kind of forcing the pressure right there, and then number 56, Troy Faulkner, coming in to close the door. And, we see, again, that big front four, Troy Faulkner coming over there, playing in space, doing a good job to get the quarterback for the Black Bears down. But, again, most productive play probably, like you just said, Ronnie, of the night for the Black Bears.
Actually going to give him 8 on the quarterback scamper. Swanner remains in the shotgun. They're spreading the field on every play. Now they're going to motion 2 running backs back into the backfield. That's Howard stacked in tight. He'll take the handoff up the middle, and not very far. He's going to be crunched right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, not much up in there. And, it looks like number 26 for the Black Bears, James Howard, trying to run up in there. The second leading rusher for the Black Bears. And the Black Bears have a 1,000-yard rusher, number 20, Thomas Jordan. But, again, when you can shut down the run with that front four and then, bring a blitz here and there, you can really, really control the football game, especially on the defensive side. And, the Hounds, again, force a 3rd down right here for the Black Bears, again, in their own territory.
3rd and 2, you're down in distance. Swanner comes to the line, trips formation to his left, 1 running back offset to his right. Roll out to the left. Now he'll retreat back in the pocket. Under pressure, just lets it loose. He takes some major contact on the release. That ball landing right around the original line of scrimmage. The officials are going to elect to keep that flag in their pocket, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Just maybe calling an incomplete pass. Looked like Franklin West in on the hit. Zane Hammock up in there making a hit. We see big Franklin West playing that left tackle on the offensive side, but the Hounds definitely throwing him in there and letting him get some defensive work there as well.
Harlan County going to take their first time out of the game. We'll take a quick one as well. 1:58 remaining in your first quarter of play. Corbin 21, Harlan nothing. We'll be back in 30. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. Like, maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
1:58 remaining in the first quarter of play. Your score, Corbin 21, Harlan County nothing here in the first round of the Class 4A KHSAA playoffs. Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. And right now, JB, Corbin it's really been kind of flexing its muscles.
Oh, yeah.
Offensively, they've started every drive inside the 50. Harlan County took their first time out here on 4th down. Tells me they're probably going to go for it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, probably definitely 4-down territory.
Time to go for it.
You're down 21-0, first round of the playoffs. Early in the first quarter, you better try to make something happen. So don't blame the Harlan Black Bears for going for the first down right here.
Swanner to the line, pistol formation, fullback offset to his right. Going to hand off to that fullback across the right side. He's fighting for that first down. Second effort might have got those 2 yards he needed.
It's really, really close right there. The Hounds brought Zane Hammock on a blitz on that right side, but may end up measuring. I'm not sure. Actually going to, I think, move the chain. So, yeah, I think so. You're right. Black Bears pick up, I think, their first down of the football game.
Yes.
Yeah, so, anytime, again, the defense can hold you. You've got 1 first down, and, the first quarter is almost coming to an end. You're playing really good defense, and the Hounds, of course, are doing just that.
Result of the play, first down by about a nose of the football. Black Bears to the line, pistol set. Fullback offset to the right, handoff going to go across the right side. He'll fight forward for a gain of about 3 or 4 into the teeth of the Red Hound defense.
Look like number 37, Zane Hammock, Jacob Baker getting off the pile, as well as number 52, Peyton Jordan in there on the hit. So, again, the Hounds not blitzing right there, and Coach Greer doesn't blitz a whole lot, but does a great job at coaching those DNs, linebackers, just, able to read the flow, read the running back, and make good hits in a hurry. And right there we saw just that as Zane Hammock come in there and make the hit.
Brings up 2nd and 5, same formation for the Black Bears. He'll flip the tight end or flip the fullback over to the left. Handoff going across the left side. Wow. Fights forward. Second effort there. He got hit.
Yes.
At the line of scrimmage, fights forward up to the 35 to pick up a yard there.
Yeah, and trying to, look like number 17, Evan Baker, Zane Hammock again, and a couple of Hounds defensive linemen up there in on the tackle. But, again, brings that 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 right here. And, again, Black Bears trying to find their way. They do move the football, get their first down of the football game. But, again, the Hounds defense kind of got them a little bit behind the chains right here on this 3rd down.
3rd and 5 as Black Bears break the line, break the huddle. Ball all the way up to their own 34-yard line. Pistol formation. Handoff going to go across the right side. Will break the line of scrimmage, and second effort picks up the first down on the handoff. Josh Sargent toting the rock for the Black Bears.
Yeah, really good hard run up in there. And again, the Hounds closing the door, but right now, the Black Bears got a little bit of a momentum here. Hadn't been able to, create any first downs or put any points on the board, but have got back-to-back first downs against the Hounds defense.
That's going to put the first quarter in the books after one. Corbin 21, Harlan County nothing. We'll be back in second quarter action in 60 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Do you have a student athlete that is suffering with a sports injury? Did you know a gentle chiropractic treatment can help with headaches, neck and back pain, even knee or ankle injuries? Call today and make your appointment with me, Dr. Deidre Pennington, and see why so many student athletes are thankful for Pennington Wellness Chiropractic and Massage. Telephone 606-261-2053.
If you're having problems, trust our Grammy. We do!
When you've been in business since 1954, you have to be doing something right. At Owens Auto Repair, they believe in honesty, service, and that hard work can still get you somewhere. Owens offers a complete line of truck and auto parts, as well as their custom-made hydraulic hoses, weather guard toolboxes, utility beds, and Sherwin-Williams auto paint. They also offer auto repair for cars, trucks, and RVs, and of course have top name brand tires. And they do towing and recovery. Owens Auto Repair, located just down from Corbin High School on Cumberland Falls Highway.
Run it, yeah. At the top of the second quarter, your score, Corbin 21, Harlan County nothing here in the first round of the playoffs. Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett. And it's hard to believe we got 10 games in
That's
the books
right
now, JD.
I know it. It's went fast, but it's been perfect. So 10-0. Yeah, Hounds hadn't disappointed and, continuing their success right here in the first quarter.
Swanner to the line on first down. Hounds walking up backer, showing blitz. They bring it. Crushed in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple yards on the inside handoff.
Yeah, good job again. Like you just said, Hounds bring a couple of their outside backers on the blitz and just really clog up everything in their inside and outside. And looks like, again, Jacob Baker on the blitz, number 36, Anthony Myers, Zane Hammock. Just pick your poison in there. Hounds bringing 6 or 7 defenders, to really kind of shut down the run and get the Black Bears behind the chains.
Official timeout. Going to force leading rusher Josh Sargent off the field. He's been the most productive ball carrier. The Black Bears scrambling to make a couple substitutions. Checking in a new fullback into the game, number 44, Darren Allred. Coming in at fullback. Little confusion as the Black Bears break the huddle. Officiating crew being lenient on starting that play clock. Why not? Pistol set for the Black Bears on 2nd and 12. Play action now, bootleg immediately under pressure. Going to tuck it and run it across the 40, 45, across the 50. Going to pick up another first down. Well, I know that's going to be something Coach Greer's not going to be happy with that play on film. Well, there's a couple people took some bad angles there to hem him into the pocket.
Exactly, yeah. A couple Hounds right there. Had Jace Hatfield had the edge. Looked like, I think, trying to see the number, maybe Brody Wells. I'm trying to pick up the number, had the edge. But you're right, Ronnie. You want to take those good angles. You want to get flat when you need to get flat, play chalk line. You want to get to that 45-degree angle when you get to 45. But looked like Evan Baker finally making the hit. But again, Black Bears, got a little something going right here.
Third first down of the night, all on this drive. Swanner in a tight pistol set. Going to give a handoff across the left side. He'll lower his shoulder, fight forward for a couple yards over there on the left side of the line.
Yeah, Zane Hammocken on the hit. Looked like number 58, Peyton Warren as well, to shut down the Black Bear runner right there. So good job defensively. Again, reading the play, getting where you need to be, feeling that, that kind of run fit, if you will, to shut down the run right there.
2 yards. The official tabulation on the carry. Black Bears chewing up yardage, chewing up clock right now. Come to the line in the pistol set. Twin wideouts to the left. Toss sweep going to the right. Evades a tackler, still trying to find some running room. Finally clobbered.
Wow.
Over there on the wrong side of the 50. He'll lose a couple yards on the toss sweep.
Really good job right there, trying to pick up the defender. Looked like maybe number 17, Evan Baker, on the hit. And, Hounds doing a good job. That just speaks to the speed of the Red Hounds right there. The Black Bears trying a little bit of a quick pitch to the right side out of the offense. And, the Hounds defense, of course, playing like they have all season long, sideline to sideline, doing a good job to close the door. So, right here, again, Hounds defense got the Black Bears behind the chains.
Black Bears looking like they may have to throw it. They have one pass attempt on the night. It went to the Hounds. Swanner to the line. Twin wide receivers each way. Operates out of the pistol. Going to go with the option play. Pitches to the boundary. Going to be shoved to the ground.
My goodness.
Great pursuit out there. Israel Summers just shoving him down to the ground. Going to lose yardage on the option pitch, and Harlan now in 4th and long.
Yeah, just a good read right there by Israel Summers. Coming up limping just a little bit on that ankle. That right ankle, Israel Summers taped up right there pretty good. And, a great hustle right there by number 92, Israel Summers, to get the runner down. But, hopefully, he's going to stay in there, so hopefully going to be okay.
Has had some issues with that ankle.
Yes.
Kind of sprained it last week. Didn't stop him from getting a scoop and score touchdown.
That's right.
Swanner on punt formation for the Black Bears. Stewart back on his own 20. Fields the kick, almost blocked. Think it got tipped again. Going to land at the 40 and take a Black Bear roll. Finally coming to rest right around the 26-yard line. That one almost got blocked. Great pressure there. Plot off the edge by Blake Lawson. I think he may have got a fingertip on it.
It looked like it. The ball kind of came out funny, so I think you're right, Ronnie. Again, just Hounds getting instant pressure into the backfield by number 42, like you just said, Blake Lawson. So, again, the Hounds resetting right here on offense.
We're going to start on their own 26-yard line. Worst field position of the night. Actually, looks like they're going to assess. Don't know if that was a penalty or that was marking maybe where a Harlan County player had touched it. Didn't see any signal from the wide hat either way.
Yeah. So maybe not even a penalty right there.
Need communicate for the guys in the radio.
That's right.
First and 10 at the 35. Elam bunch set to his right, operating out of the shotgun. High snap, he fields it, sets in the pocket, lots of time. Fires into the flat to Warren at the 40. At the 50, throws the stiff arm, now sidesteps at the 45, down to the 40, up to the 37-yard line. Mark Warren having a nice receiving night himself. Saw you picked up a scholarship offer from the University of the Cumberlands this week.
Yes, always good when you see the Hounds able to move on to the next level, and exactly right. But, again, it speaks to the offensive line. Cade Elam sitting behind that big Red Hound wall, just really taking his time, finding the open receiver. Like we said earlier in the broadcast, firing at 73% completion, so just a great decision maker back there at quarterback.
First and 10 at the Black Bear 38. Elam in the shotgun, twin wideouts each way. Handoff goes to Combs up the middle down to the 28-yard line. Nice little gainer there. Going to be close to first down yardage.
Really good run up in there. Cam Combs just sitting in that one-back set, and, you look at that box. If it looks good, Cade Elam gives him the football, and right there, of course, Cam Combs knows what to do with it. Gets, again, behind that big red wall in the run game and picks up a good gain.
Gain of 8 sets up 2nd and 2 from the Black Bear 29. Elam in the gun. Fires a little stop route over the middle, hauled in by Petrosky. Gain of about 5 or 6, more than enough to move the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, and just a good route right there by Eli, kind of pulling up in that little spot, little loose spot in that zone, and, the defender right there, but Eli pulling up, and then, of course, Cade Elam just setting his feet and firing a dart right there to Eli Petrosky. So good, good decision again, and a good catch by Eli Petrosky.
No huddle for the Hounds, same formation, twin wideouts each way, hard count. Has the Black Bears in the neutral zone. Looks like actually the preliminary indication from the line judge going to be a false start.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That is the call. 5 going against Corbin, so 1st and 15.
Yeah, trying to, get a free 5 right there, but unfortunately somebody moved for the Hounds, so, going to cost you 5. But definitely, can be an advantage when you get that penalty and you get that defensive line having to sit in there with the hard count for that, extra half second or so, and, gives the offense a huge advantage.
1st and 15, same formation, twin wideouts each way for Elam. Tries the hard count again, this time no bite from the Harlan County defensive front. Elam makes an adjustment. Takes the snap, play action, fires backside screen to Stewart. Going to cut against the grain, pick up a couple blocks at the 20, still churning his feet. Down to about the 18-yard line. Gain of about 10. To make it 2nd and 5.
Really good job right there. Looked like number 70, Keegan Reeder, getting out there, blocking number 55 as well for the Hounds. Sean Brummett doing a good job in space, pulling out there and blocking.
Corbin to the line in a hurry, 2nd and 5, read option. Actually going to check it down to the bubble screen. It's Stewart again, fights forward to the 5-yard line. It looks like a quarterback keeper, then he just kind of dumps it out to the flats. It's almost like a triple option.
Yes.
Instead of a pitch man, he's got the check down pass.
And that's a tough play to defend. You get the, that RPO action, and you act like you're going to run it, and like you just said, pull up and throw it. Makes it really, really tough on a defender.
Result of the play is a first down. Corbin marched it down to the Harlan County 6. Going to remain in the shotgun with twin wideouts each way. Comes in at running back, offset to the right. High snap, it's handled. Pulls the handoff. Now he's going to keep it himself. Truck the linebacker. Elam's going to take it in for the touchdown. Rushing touchdown number 2 on the night for Cade Elam.
Oh, just a good job right there, reading the defense. You got Cam Combs with the fake up in there. And, everybody's going to go to Cam Combs, and you just pull the football out and, like you said, finish the run. You're a quarterback. You can't run over nobody. No, Cade Elam can do that. He can finish runs, and we saw Cade Elam lower the shoulder and get in for the touchdown. So really, really great execution all the way down the field by the Hounds offense.
Baker on for the extra point try, 3 of 3 on the evening. Puts the boot to it, 4 of 4. It's good. 5:54 left in your first half of play. Your score, Corbin 28, Harlan County nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107. Yep.
Thank you. Man, had a little glitch there, but they've straightened it out. Golly.
Hometown Bank is proud of their name because Hometown Bank is proud of the hometowns they're in. In fact, their name is their mission, which is to take care of the communities in which they work and live. Hometown Bank is always here to help, so if you're buying a house, remodeling your kitchen, or need a home equity loan to combine other debt, come see Hometown Bank and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
It all, Red Hounds, all Red Hounds tonight in this first half so far, with a little bit to go. So, good thing Hounds just gas pedal down, defense playing great, special teams playing great. Again, we talked about it, all 3 phases firing on all cylinders. So, again, great job by the Hounds, in this first round of the playoffs tonight.
Baker puts the boot to it. It's going to go right into the front of the end zone where it's fielded, but that's a dead ball touchback in high school football. 5 of 5 on the night.
Yeah, just anytime you want it, of course, Jacob Baker going to affect field position, whether he's going to be punting the football, the field goal, or, of course, the biggest one is the touchback. And you're not going to get a return with Jacob Baker kicking the football for the Red Hounds. So you might as well just settle in and start at the 20, and that's what, the Black Bears have seen all night long so far in this football game.
Harlan County breaks the huddle. 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Shotgun formation, twin wideouts each way. Throws, stop route, Halden and caught at the 25, up to the 30, where he's going to be tackled down. Gain of about 10. They're going to move the sticks on the pitch and catch.
Yeah, we hadn't seen the Black Bears throw the ball hardly at all, but right there they get a completion, and Brody Wells cut up making that hit, Xander Curry, as well as Mikey Neal. So, again, with a little bit of the play action and then throwing the football, the Black Bears get another first down right there.
Harlan County taking an interesting approach to the night for a team that prides itself on running the ball and has done okay running the football. Tending to air it out just a little bit. 1st and 10 at the 30. Twin wideouts each way. Handoff going up the middle. He'll hurdle a defender. Second effort will give him about 2 or 3 on the inside carry.
And, just doing a good job again. Evan Baker up in there. The Hounds front four closing in on the runner for the Black Bears. And you're right, Ronnie. I expected the Black Bears to come out and, line up in a power run formation and, try to take it to the Hounds right here defensively. But, they went to the spread. They've run some play action and, went to the spread, then come back to the power formation. So, you're right. The Black Bears almost in a spread formation look, which is something I'm sure by looking at stats, they haven't done all season long.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Pistol formation with the fullback offset to the right. Hounds bring the blitz. Going to take the handoff roll on the bootleg. Going to be met immediately on that backer blitz from Wells off the corner.
Goodness.
Boy, he takes a shot when he pulled that football.
Yeah, Brody Wells right there, just reading the play perfectly. We saw the little fake up in there, but nobody home for Brody Wells. He's going to hit the quarterback and did a great job right there. And again, right where the Red Hound defense wants the Black Bears in 3rd and long.
3rd and 14 for Harlan County. 4 wide receivers on the field for Swanner, operating out of the shotgun. Sets in the pocket. Now runs to his right, under pressure. Fires it, just gets rid of it out of bounds. Incomplete. Lets that one fly up into about the 5th row of Campbell Field.
That's right. Yeah, just know where to go with the football. dropping back the pass there, rolls a little bit to the left and ends up around the right side trying to create some space. The Hounds defensive front four, in pursuit, but most importantly, the back end of the Hounds defense doing a great job almost in, a coverage play right there, to get to the quarterback, like you said, just throw it out of bounds, live to fight another day right here.
Harlan County in punt formation. Spurlock on to boot it away for the Black Bears. Stewart back on his own 40. Low snap, digs it out. Puts the toe to it. Low line drive, lands at the 50. Takes a Black Bear roll. Fielded at the 40. Stewart just elects to take a knee. I don't think he was comfortable.
Yeah.
How he was bent over, head down, fielding that football. It's actually a good decision. You see a lot of turnovers when people are eyes off of the upcoming defenders trying to get situated. That's usually when they take a big shot.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a smart move.
Yeah, just a good decision right there by Carter Stewart. You can try to field that football, and, maybe you make something great happen, but, the worst thing you could do is give the football back and maybe give a little bit of a momentum to the Black Bears. So, again, like you just said, great decision by Carter Stewart on the punt return.
Elam will open up in the shotgun on his own 40-yard line. Twin wideouts each way. Handoff goes to Combs. Picks up a good block on the perimeter. Going to draw a flag there. Only gained a yard or two. Now another flag coming in at the point of attack. We'll see what the competing infractions are from the White Hat.
Yeah, it looked like, a good block right there, but it looks like the Hounds maybe called for a holding in the backfield.
White Hat communicating to Coach McCreary on the Harlan County sideline. Usually indicative this one's going against the Hounds.
Yeah, I think so. Thought it wasn't a
block in the back is declined. Holding against Corbin, that is going to be called. That was the one called in the backfield. Of course, it's a spot foul going to mark Corbin all the way back to their own 25-yard line, in effect a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, tough break right there for the Hounds, and Jonah Mahan in there trying to block a little bit, but that one gets declined, like you said. But the other penalty taken, so gets the Hounds kind of set up way behind the chains right here on first down, looking to tack on some more points right here before the half.
1st and 25. Going to be your down and distance. Corbin operating from their own 25-yard line. Need to get to midfield, keep the drive moving. Elam in the gun with twin wideouts each way. Pump fakes, fires deep down the left sideline. He's got Stewart. Hauled in at the 40, the 30, the 20, pushed out of bounds. See where they'll spot him down at. Did not make it to the end zone. They're going to spot him out at the 10-yard line. Yeah, big time gain there through the air.
Huge play right there. Cade Elam just getting his feet set and saying, Carter Stewart, run down the field that left side as fast as you can and I'll hit you. And, Carter Stewart, Cade Elam on the connection. Huge play right there for the Hounds. Just Cade Elam letting it fly, and then Carter Stewart going and tracking down the football.
Gain of 65. Makes it 1st and goal at the Harlan County 10. Corbin taking their time here. 10 seconds on the play clock. Looks like Corbin's going to have to take a timeout, and they do. 2:57 remaining in your first half of play. Corbin 28, Harlan County nothing. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
That's a 15-yard penalty for not eating at Bubby's Barbecue in Corbin. You can go deep with Bubby's all-you-can-eat buffet with all your favorites for one low price. That's right, all-you-can-eat, not just one measly old plate. And there's never a personal foul on the fine staff at Bubby's Barbecue. They're friendly and fast and will always treat you like you're a part of the Bubby's family. You'll always score big and win the game when it comes to choosing Bubby's Barbecue in Corbin. Phone 258-9070 for Bubby's Barbecue of Corbin.
2:57 remaining in the first half of play. Corbin on top of Harlan County, 28-0. Your score. Corbin knocking on the goal line right now. They've got it 1st and goal at the Harlan County 10. Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett in the T107 broadcast booth. And now it's been all Hounds tonight.
Yes.
That's kind of been the story of the second half of the season. Corbin has not allowed an opposing point going on 18 quarters right now.
And the biggest decision of the first half for the Hounds is, do you want to try to get the running clock with a 2-point conversion, or do you go for the one?
I vote yes.
Yes.
Get out without injuries. Elam in the gun, running back flanking him on either side, gives to Combs up the gut, going to barrel it towards the goal line. Did he get into the end zone? He did. Touchdown.
Yeah, just Cam Combs right there. After you hit a big, reception right down there on that left side of Carter Stewart, it kind of, he takes off the top of the defense, so it just makes that running game so much easier. And then, of course, you give the ball to Cam Combs. He's going to, get you positive yardage and finishes a run for the touchdown. So, again, just great execution by the Red Hound offense in the passing game and the running game to put up more points on the board right there before half.
Corbin will leave its offense on the field, so it appears they will go for it. Try to get that running clock. Combs in the Wildcat formation. Summers in at fullback in front of him. 2-point conversion on the way. Since Curry in motion, fakes the handoff, walks it into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. So 2:49 remaining in your first half of play. Corbin 36, Harlan County nothing. Your score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. It's called Forward Pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at $19.99 a month and includes unlimited talk and text. Add 3 gigabytes of data, $29.99 per month. 6 gigabytes, $39.99 per month. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus. Just $89.99 per month with 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features of postpaid service without the long-term commitment. It's Forward Pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Unlimited data plus, slows to 1 megabyte per second. Past 50 gigabytes of use.
2:49 left in your first half of play. Running clock territory here at Campbell Field. Hounds on top of Harlan County. 36-0 your score on the radio dial. Ronnie Bolin with Jeff Barnett on the call tonight. And this one, Corbin come out with a bang in the first round, JB.
Oh, just firing on all cylinders. I don't even know which is better. The offense putting up this many points, of course, through the last 4 or 5 games, or the defense, putting the goose egg on the board the last 5 games. So just total domination by the Red Hounds in the first round of the playoffs tonight.
Baker on to kick it away. High end over end kick. Going to land at the 2, then roll into the end zone for the touchback. Number 6 on the evening for Baker.
Man.
Big weapon in the kicking game. Don't think Corbin's going to be relying on a clutch 3
That's right.
tonight to put it away. They're on the running clock for the 5th straight game.
Man, just
it's a really impressive stat.
Impressive to watch. And, again, I think – like you said, 18 quarters, the Hounds haven't gave up 1 point.
Well, barring 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Right, that's true. That's true. That's true.
17 for sure.
Right. That's right. And then the offense just firing on all cylinders. So it's just crazy job by the Hounds and the Red Hounds coaching staff.
Black Bears to the line. Pistol formation. Twin wideouts to the right. Handoff gives to the fullback. Squirts through the defense there. One hand on the ground, picks up about 5 on the inside handoff.
Yeah, a good hard run up in there. Looked like, again, Evan Baker on the initial hit, and then a couple Hounds up in there, on defense bringing the runner down. But, again, another hard run up in there by the Black Bears. But, when you're down 36-0 and the clock's running towards the second quarter and you're on that running clock, those 4- and 5-yard gains aren't going to add up very fast. So, again, Hounds – just doing a great job defensively as well as on the offensive side.
Same formation. They flip the wide receivers to the left side of the field. Handoff goes across the right side. He's going to be ridden down in the backfield. Boy, he got hit as soon as he handed that ball off.
Yeah, just, I like to always say instant pressure, and look like, again, Evan Baker, Anthony Myers, trying to get, maybe number 52, Peyton Jordan, in on the hit as well. The Hounds just really dialing it up right here and doing a great job forcing the Black Bears into, again, another tough situation right here. And, backs against the walls for the Black Bears with, the clock continuing to run.
Brings up 3rd and about 6. Harlan County did convert a 3rd and long on a bootleg play.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
The drive a go. They'll operate out of the pistol formation. Twins to the right, one lone wide receiver to the left. Going to keep it on the ground. Handoff into the teeth of the defense. Second effort plugs up to the 30-yard line. I think that's just enough for the first down for Harlan County. Clock is inside 30 seconds, though. See what the Black Bears elect to do with it.
Yeah, clock running to 0 right there. Looked like, again, Peyton Jordan on the hit, and, again, a couple more Red Hound defenders in there. But 10 seconds here, the clock's going to wind down in this second quarter.
Black Bears in the huddle with 10 seconds remaining. Looks like they may be content to take this one into the locker room. Certainly not in a hurry to get to the line. There's going to be your first half horn. So first half in the books. Corbin put another team on the clock. They're up 36-0. Your halftime score. We're going to cut away for some sponsor time. We'll give you some stats best we can.
Yes.
When we come back, we're going to cut away for a 5-minute commercial break. And Corbin 36, Harlan County nothing. We'll be back in 5 minutes. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Dreaming about enjoying time on the lake but need a boat? Or planning a road trip but not sure which RV is right for you and your family? Wildcat RV and Marine can help. With our selection of Keystone and Crossroads RVs and Mercury Low boats, we can get you in the great outdoors. We're a family-owned RV and Marine dealer with professionally trained sales and service departments. Our staff is committed to helping you find the perfect RV or boat and keep it on the road or in the water. Wildcat RV and Marine, just off I-75 in Corbin, or online at wildcatrvandmarine.com.
Our world has dramatically changed over the past couple of years. We've all had to adjust to these changing times. But one thing that has not changed is the fact that the Hart family and Tri-County Cycle Sales is still serving southeastern Kentucky with the same quality products and service after the sale since 1968. Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Polaris are the biggest names in off-road adventure and can still be found at Tri-County Cycle Sales. For your next ATV or side-by-side, stop by the place where time has stood still. Tri-County Cycle Sales, located between Corbin and London on US 25 across from Kentucky Outdoorsman.
I hate box springs. Well, here at Sammy's Furniture, we hate them so much, when you buy any mattress $7.99 and up, we're going to give you one for free. So if you're thinking, yeah, Sammy's right, if box springs were a person, I would punch them in the face. Well, guess what? You can take the price of that box spring and deduct it from any adjustable base we've got in the store, and we've got over 16 of them. Come see us today at Sammy's Furniture and Mattress, folks. We're open 7 days a week from 10 to 6, Sundays from 12 to 5. We got 12 months, same as cash financing if you need it. When you pick it up, you get an extra discount on top of the free box spring that we can't wait to get out of here. Come see us today at Sammy's Furniture.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. Like, maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
Get relief from your migraine headaches with Dr. Deidre Pennington at Pennington Wellness Chiropractic and Massage. Don't suffer for years as my wife did with monthly medications that work sometimes. Since she has been seeing Dr. Pennington, her migraines have gone away. And this is someone who had suffered for more than a decade and is now migraine-free with no monthly medications. Migraine headaches can go away with a trip to Pennington Wellness Chiropractic and Massage, located at 615 South Main Street in Corbin. Phone 606-261-2053.
When you've been in business since 1954, you have to be doing something right. At Owens Auto Repair, they believe in honesty, service, and that hard work can still get you somewhere. Owens offers a complete line of truck and auto parts, as well as their custom-made hydraulic hoses, weather guard toolboxes, utility beds, and Sherwin-Williams auto paint. They also offer auto repair for cars, trucks, and RVs, and of course have top name brand tires. And they do towing and recovery. Owens Auto Repair, located just down from Corbin High School on Cumberland Falls Highway.
Hometown Bank is proud of their name because Hometown Bank is proud of the hometowns they're in. In fact, their name is their mission, which is to take care of the communities in which they work and live. Hometown Bank is always here to help, so if you're buying a house, remodeling your kitchen, or need a home equity loan to combine other debt, come see Hometown Bank and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That's a 15-yard penalty for not eating at Bubby's Barbecue in Corbin. You can go deep with Bubby's all-you-can-eat buffet with all your favorites for one low price. That's right, all you can eat, not just one measly old plate. And there's never a personal foul on the fine staff at Bubby's Barbecue. They're friendly and fast and will always treat you like you're a part of the Bubby's family. You'll always score big and win the game when it comes to choosing Bubby's Barbecue in Corbin. Phone 258-9070 for Bubby's Barbecue of Corbin.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. It's called Forward Pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at $19.99 a month and includes unlimited talk and text. Add 3 gigabytes of data, $29.99 per month. 6 gigabytes, $39.99 per month. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus. Just $89.99 per month with 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features of postpaid service without the long-term commitment. It's Forward Pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Unlimited data plus, slows to 1 megabyte per second. Past 50 gigabytes of use.
Dreaming about enjoying time on the lake but need a boat? Or planning a road trip but not sure which RV is right for you and your family? Wildcat RV and Marine can help. With our selection of Keystone and Crossroads RVs and Mercury Low boats, we can get you in the great outdoors. We're a family-owned RV and Marine dealer with professionally trained sales and service departments. Our staff is committed to helping you find the perfect RV or boat and keep it on the road or in the water. Wildcat RV and Marine, just off I-75 in Corbin, or online at wildcatrvandmarine.com.
Halftime here at Campbell Field, 36-0 your score. Corbin on top of the Harlan County Black Bears, continuing a very impressive streak right now. Corbin, of course, has put 5 teams in a row on running clock. They have outscored their opponents 228-0 over the last 18 quarters of play. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's all right.
They'll be all right. That's right. Yeah, I hadn't seen that in a long time. I mean, if we've ever seen it, and I think even all the district teams, the Hounds put on the clock. Is that right?
All on the clock and all shut out.
Yeah. So just total domination, and the fun part to me, of course, being here at every football game on T107 is just watching how the Hounds have gotten better and better and better and better all season long, and until you see the final product. And my goodness, Cade Elam, Carter Stewart, Cam Combs and company in the offensive line, defensive line, and defensive backs, just all over the place. And, of course, not to mention the best kicker in the state, in my opinion, Jacob Baker, doing his thing. So, Hounds just firing on all cylinders, all season long.
I think a lot of people share that opinion. Jacob Baker, number 1 punter-kicker combo in the country.
That's right.
Now,
yes, let's do that.
The internet. But we don't have halftime stats because I tried to keep up with it little too much to call and do it. But the scoring summary right now, Corbin opened up 9:25 mark in the first quarter. Cade Elam kept it himself for a 15-yard touchdown run. He's got 2 touchdown runs on the ground tonight. 21-yard touchdown pass found Stewart from 21 yards out, and then a 19-yard touchdown pass to Petrosky in the first quarter play. Second quarter, Cade Elam's second touchdown run of the night, and then he found a touchdown run on the ground to Cam Combs. That's your scoring drive. Cam Combs also has a 2-point conversion. Ran that out of the Wildcat. That's your scoring breakdown for the half. Corbin probably going to cool the Jets and dial back a lot of the starters in the second half of play. But the first unit looking awful good right now.
Just looking awful good and looking great. And you're right, we're going to see a lot of different players, a lot of different guys out there getting great experience. But, you talked about earlier, Ronnie, what jumps off the page to you and, of course, to me as well is all the weapons. It's not like Cade Elam's firing it to one guy or the other guy, a couple of guys. He's firing it all around the lot. You mentioned Carter Stewart, Mark Warren, Eli Petrosky, Cam Combs in the backfield, Xander Curry, all those guys, those different weapons. And it's so fun to see, just Cade Elam take the football, get the snap, get great protection up front, stay clean, and just fire that football like a fastball and, right into the hands of the Hounds receivers. And so just the Hounds offense firing on all cylinders. And then, of course, the defense, led by, not necessarily the defensive front or the defensive backs, just playing great as a unit. The defensive line playing sideline to sideline. Defensive backs doing a great job in coverage. We saw, of course, the interception by Xander Curry, to add another turnover to the list for the Hounds. So just a complete performance again in this first half by the Red Hounds.
Varsity taking care of business here at Campbell Field. I think the Red Middle School Hounds still playing right now.
Yeah, Middle School Hounds, just want to give a shout out to, the Corbin Middle School Hounds 8th grade football team going to be in action tomorrow in, again, the Kentucky Middle School Football Association semifinals, the Final Four, if you will, tomorrow at 11 a.m., playing at Madison Southern High School. The Hounds are the home team playing against Lawrence County. So, you ain't got anything to do on a Saturday morning, come out and support, what's going to be out here sooner rather than later on Friday nights. The Corbin Middle School 8th grade football team, again, in the Final Four playing Lawrence County tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Madison Southern High School. So big, exciting times for the Corbin Middle School as well. If the Hounds win tomorrow, they move on to the state championship again next Saturday. And I think the state championship next weekend going to be at Great Crossings High School.
There you have it. Of course, took down Great Crossings, I think. Correct? A week ago?
Yeah, I think so. That's right. That's right. In the freshman, I believe.
Freshman.
Yes,
that's what it
freshman. Freshman.
Was out
yeah,
there
they won. The freshmen in a conference. This season, of course, and the Hounds winning the conference championship as freshmen last week at Great Crossing. So again, tip your hat to the freshmen, and it's just awesome to see how the 8th grade group coming on, the freshman group coming on, and the sophomore class, and just speaks to Hounds not rebuilding, just reloading, and it's just a great time to be a Red Hound in the football uniform, that's for sure.
Here at halftime, we're going to cut away for more corporate sponsor time. Your score, Corbin 36, Harlan County nothing. We'll be back in 5 minutes. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Our world has dramatically changed over the past couple of years. We've all had to adjust to these changing times. But one thing that has not changed is the fact that the Hart family and Tri-County Cycle Sales is still serving southeastern Kentucky with the same quality products and service after the sale since 1968. Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Polaris are the biggest names in off-road adventure and can still be found at Tri-County Cycle Sales. For your next ATV or side-by-side, stop by the place where time has stood still. Tri-County Cycle Sales, located between Corbin and London on US 25 across from Kentucky Outdoorsman.
I hate box springs. Well, here at Sammy's Furniture, we hate them so much, when you buy any mattress $7.99 and up, we're going to give you one for free. So if you're thinking, yeah, Sammy's right, if box springs were a person, I would punch them in the face. Well, guess what? You can take the price of that box spring and deduct it from any adjustable base we've got in the store, and we've got over 16 of them. Come see us today at Sammy's Furniture and Mattress, folks. We're open 7 days a week from 10 to 6, Sundays from 12 to 5. We got 12 months, same as cash financing if you need it. When you pick it up, you get an extra discount on top of the free box spring that we can't wait to get out of here. Come see us today at Sammy's Furniture.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. Like maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
Have you been having problems with your golf swing because of pain? As a lifelong golfer, I understand how back or neck pain can affect your game. Did you know specific chiropractic treatment can help? Call and make an appointment with me, Dr. Deidre Pennington, and see why so many people are raving about Pennington Wellness Chiropractic and Massage. Phone 606-261-2053. Take a swing at being pain-free with Pennington Wellness.
If you're having problems, trust our Grammy. We do!
When you've been in business since 1954, you have to be doing something right. At Owens Auto Repair, they believe in honesty, service, and that hard work can still get you somewhere. Owens offers a complete line of truck and auto parts, as well as their custom-made hydraulic hoses, weather guard toolboxes, utility beds, and Sherwin-Williams auto paint. They also offer auto repair for cars, trucks, and RVs, and of course have top name brand tires. And they do towing and recovery. Owens Auto Repair, located just down from Corbin High School on Cumberland Falls Highway.
Hometown Bank is proud of their name because Hometown Bank is proud of the hometowns they're in. In fact, their name is their mission, which is to take care of the communities in which they work and live. Hometown Bank is always here to help, so if you're buying a house, remodeling your kitchen, or need a home equity loan to combine other debt, come see Hometown Bank and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That's a 15-yard penalty for not eating at Bubby's Barbecue in Corbin. You can go deep with Bubby's all-you-can-eat buffet with all your favorites for one low price. That's right, all you can eat, not just one measly old plate. And there's never a personal foul on the fine staff at Bubby's Barbecue. They're friendly and fast and will always treat you like you're a part of the Bubby's family. You'll always score big and win the game when it comes to choosing Bubby's Barbecue in Corbin. Phone 258-9070 for Bubby's Barbecue of Corbin.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. It's called Forward Pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at $19.99 a month and includes unlimited talk and text. Add 3 gigabytes of data, $29.99 per month. 6 gigabytes, $39.99 per month. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus. Just $89.99 per month with 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features of postpaid service without the long-term commitment. It's Forward Pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Unlimited data plus, close to 1 megabyte per second. Past 50 gigabytes of use.
Dreaming about enjoying time on the lake but need a boat? Or planning a road trip but not sure which RV is right for you and your family? Wildcat RV and Marine can help. With our selection of Keystone and Crossroads RVs and Mercury Low boats, we can get you in the great outdoors. We're a family-owned RV and Marine dealer with professionally trained sales and service departments. Our staff is committed to helping you find the perfect RV or boat and keep it on the road or in the water. Wildcat RV and Marine, just off I-75 in Corbin, or online at wildcatrvandmarine.com.
Our world has dramatically changed over the past couple of years. We've all had to adjust to these changing times. But one thing that has not changed is the fact that the Hart family and Tri-County Cycle Sales is still serving southeastern Kentucky with the same quality products and service after the sale since 1968. Honda, Yamaha, Kawasaki, and Polaris are the biggest names in off-road adventure and can still be found at Tri-County Cycle Sales. For your next ATV or side-by-side, stop by the place where time has stood still. Tri-County Cycle Sales, located between Corbin and London on US 25 across from Kentucky Outdoorsman.
Field teams are on the field warming up right now before they resume second half action. Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett here at Campbell Field. 36-0. Your score. Hounds cruising to another one. Running clock territory here at Campbell Field. And right now, JB, this game, largely mathematics, should be in the books. Corbin offense looking all but unstoppable. But looking ahead to next week, Corbin probably looking at a Letcher County Central matchup here at Campbell Field. That one could get interesting. That's a team that can score a lot of points as they've done so on the season. I think they are the top scoring team in 4A, actually.
Yeah, I think so. And, we were talking about it in the break, at halftime here. It would be a good thing for the Hounds to get, a little bit of a test. We've talked, at length and through the first especially in the second quarter, how the Hounds have just totally dominated with the 193 or whatever points was to nothing, and
223.
Excuse me, yeah, short the Hounds there, 223 to nothing, and the district on the clock, every team. So the Hounds need a little bit of a test here. You want to be battle hardened and ready. You got to be ready to play 4 quarters, and so far in the last 5 or 6 games, the Hounds have really not had to play those 4 quarters. So you want to see the Hounds blow people out, blow the teams out, but you also want to see when times get tough, the Hounds got to be ready to answer the bell. So definitely Letcher County, if that holds up, could be a really, really big, good test right here at Campbell Field for the Hounds next Friday night.
We're going to cut away for our last commercial break before we resume second half action against 36-0. Your score. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
I hate box springs. Well, here at Sammy's Furniture, we hate them so much, when you buy any mattress $7.99 and up, we're going to give you one for free. So if you're thinking, yeah, Sammy's right, if box springs were a person, I would punch them in the face. Well, guess what? You can take the price of that box spring and deduct it from any adjustable base we've got in the store, and we've got over 16 of them. Come see us today at Sammy's Furniture and Mattress, folks. We're open 7 days a week from 10 to 6, Sundays from 12 to 5. We got 12 months, same as cash financing if you need it. When you pick it up, you get an extra discount on top of a free box spring that we can't wait to get out of here. Come see us today at Sammy's Furniture.
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! Woo! And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. Like, maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans, because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
Start of second half action here at Campbell Field. Hounds at home on top of Harlan County, 36-0. Your halftime score. Corbin rolling tonight in the first round of the Class 4A playoffs. Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett here on your radio dial. And Corbin came in tonight, the number 1 seed in Class 4A.
That's right.
Top dog in the class, if you will. And actually top 5 in a lot of polls across the state in all of high school
saw
football.
that, exactly.
Definitely fitting the billing, if you will, right now.
Oh, yeah, not disappointing at all. Putting that 36 points on the board in the first half and, just total domination in all 3 phases of football games. So just a fun football team to watch and fun football team. You want to shut down the run, no problem. The Hounds throw the football. You want to shut down the pass, no problem. The Hounds will just take it to you, in their power set or, run the football with Cam Combs. So, defensively, just playing lights out as well. Always seems like to me, when you look at the Hounds' defense, you play with 11, of course, but the Hounds' speed, sideline to sideline, the defensive backs all over the place. Looks like the Hounds are playing with 12 or 13 out there on defense. So, again, just Hounds all over the place. And, again, like you just said, Ronnie, proving why they are the number 1 team in Class 4A in the RPI ranking.
Teams are on the field. Harlan County set to kick it away. They won the toss to start the game, elected to receive the football. Back deep to receive for the Hounds, Curry and Stewart. Kickers took a short drop here, so this ball may not be flying too far. Ball's blown into play. Put the toe to it. It is on the ground. Takes a hop, finally recovered at the 30, up to the 35, down to the 40-yard line. Barrels ahead. Decent little return there on the short kick, and Corbin has great field position to start the second half.
Exactly what I was going to say. Just look at the field position again, right there on the 40-yard line. Offense taking over, and definitely going to see, some new numbers coming in right here. Looks like Cam Estep, number 12, coming in at the quarterback position. Number 72, Zachary Howard up front. We'll get those numbers as quick as we can to you.
Estep in at quarterback. Corbin has subbed down offensively. Brings a receiver in motion. Now he's going to hand it to it. That's Creekmore. Takes the jet sweep across the 50-yard line. Finally knocked out of bounds at the Harlan County 49. Good little run there on the jet sweep play.
Really good run right there by Colton Creekmore, doing a good job to get to the edge. Number 78, Wyatt Horton in there up front for the Hounds. Good to see Wyatt in there.
Estep to the line in a hurry, 2nd and 1. Handoff goes across the left side. Gets the first down, still trying to get a few more yards. Going to be tackled by a gang of Black Bears, not before he picks up about 3 on the carry, enough for first down.
Yeah, good to see. Look like number 27, Cole Stevens, carrying the football. And then you've got offensive line Jaden Alford up in there, number 84, Parker Norville in the football game, number 85, Noah Sima, of course, in there for the Hounds. So a lot of different Hounds getting really, really good experience right here on this running clock.
1st and 10. E-step in the gun with twin wideouts each way. He'll throw it. Fires over the left side. Good pass. Hauled in and caught at the 40 down to the Harlan County 38-yard line. Look at Parker Norville. Plays tight end a lot of the times. Hauls in and catches that one. See him a lot down on the goal line.
Really good job right there. You know, just setting the feed and firing the football. And Cam E-step with a fastball right there to Parker Norville. Looked like number 29, Zach Reynolds in the football game right here as well.
2nd and 2. E-step play action, fires into the flat, hauled in and caught at the 40, squares his shoulders at the 35 to the 30, throws the stiff arm at the 25, up to the 20, still evading tacklers down to the Harlan County 16-yard line. First down, Zach Reynolds on the reception for the Hounds.
Well, yeah, Zach Reynolds right there doing just a great job, you know, using the stiff arm and picking up big yards around that right side with the pitch and catch.
Hounds going no huddle. Hard count from E-step. Kind of a flinch on the left side. Not in the neutral zone, though. They'll keep rolling. Handoff goes into the teeth of the defense. He'll fight forward. Gain of 4 or 5. Flag comes a flying on the play. Stevens on the handoff for the Hounds. With the official indication from the white hat. Personal foul. Face mask going against Harlan County. It's going to be a half the distance to the goal kind of situation. They'll reset inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal for Corbin.
Yeah, just a little bit of salt in the wound right there with that face mask. So a tough break for the Black Bears right there on that play.
1st and goal at the Harlan County 8. E-step handoff across the right side. Creekmore puts his foot in the ground at the 5, still fighting forward. Driven way back. Swarm of Black Bears on him in a hurry. Might have got a yard on the carry.
Yeah, just a little bit right there off that right side, Colton Creekmore, and fighting for every inch he could get. But the Black Bears have, you know, trying to say they've had enough. But I tell you what, you know, the young Hounds coming in right here and taking it to the Black Bears. Looks like number 63, Hayden Baker, in the football game for the Hounds up front as well.
He stepped the line on 2nd and goal. He'll pass it. Looking for a receiver, throws the check down to Stevens, hauled in at the 10. Throws the stiff arm at the 5. Looks like he got into the end zone, but there's a flag down on the play. Touchdown on the field. We'll see what the call is.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe coming back right here, but a really good move out in space. You know, gets a little pitch and catch there from Cam E-step to Cole Stevens. Makes a couple defenders miss, gets in the end zone. But, yeah, definitely coming back right here.
Yeah, block in the back going to be the call at the point of attack. Stevens totes it in for the touchdown, all for naught. Penalty will march it back to the 15-yard line where it still remains 2nd and goal.
But what is so good to see is just, you know, it looks like the young Hounds not missing a beat, just coming in here, taking it to the Black Bears, trying to put some more points on the board.
2nd and goal, same formation, 4 wide receivers. E-step back to throw, fires right sideline, hauled in and caught at the 10, fights up to the 9. The reception by Norville there out in the flats. Brings up 3rd and goal.
Yeah, really another good fastball right there by Cam E-step, just getting his feet set and firing it to Norville. So, you know, again, just and not to mention just the really good protection up front, too, by the Hounds' offensive line.
Corbin knocking, trying to score. 3rd and goal at the Harlan County 9. 4 wide receivers on the field. High snap. E-step fires over the middle. Hauled in and caught by Norville in there for the touchdown.
Man, I'll tell you, just a really quick route, you know, almost a post route, tight little post route inside coming across the middle. And Cam E-step gets his feet set, fires the ball across to Norville. And, you know, another touchdown on the board. So, you know, the Hounds, you know, you got the starters in, you got this group in. Really doesn't matter. Hounds just pouring it to it right here to the Harlan County Black Bears.
Long time since we've called an E-step touchdown
pass.
That's
right.
Here at Campbell Field, but that is your result. Baker on for the extra point try. Clock, of course, continuing to run inside 8 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Corbin looking to make this a 43-point ball game. Snap is down. It's bobbled. Ball is on the ground, picked up by Baker. This should be a dead ball. He'll just retreat and fall to the turf. Extra point, no good. Actually, not even a try. Nonetheless, your score 42-0 here in the third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Do you have a student athlete that is suffering with a sports injury? Did you know a gentle chiropractic treatment can help with headaches, neck and back pain, even knee or ankle injuries? Call today and make your appointment with me, Dr. Deidre Pennington, and see why so many student athletes are thankful for Pennington Wellness Chiropractic and Massage. Telephone 606-261-2053.
If you're having problems, trust our Grammy. We do!
In your third quarter of play, it's Corbin on top big. They're up on Harlan County 42-0. Your score, Cam Estep in. Backup duty, throwing a touchdown pass. Put the Hounds ahead by the tune of 42 points here in the first round of the playoffs. Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett on your radio dial. And Corbin again living up to the booking, even with the backups in, putting points on the board.
Yeah, just, keeping the gas pedal down and putting, like you said, more points on the board. And the cool thing, too, Ronnie, playing this football game, no injuries that we've seen at all. So definitely a plus for the Hounds in this first round.
Baker puts a toe to it. He slipped on the kick. That stays in the field of play. It's touched at the 20. He'll have to retreat back and fall on it at the 15-yard line. Baker's plant foot gave out underneath him before he could get that one away. That one not going to go into the end zone for the touchback.
Yeah, it's only one that he hadn't had a touchback, but the cool thing is, even when Jacob Baker doesn't get the touchback, he kicks the ball inside the 20, and then the Black Bears have to take over at the 15 instead of the 20-yard line. So, yeah, you get the touchback starting at the 20, but Jacob Baker slips and forces the Black Bears to start at the 15. So, again, things just really working well in special teams, offense, defense for the Hounds tonight.
Black Bears open up on their own 15-yard line. Pistol formation. Handoff going to go across the right side. Not a lot of running room there. Going to be swallowed up by the big red defensive line.
Yeah, just that big defensive line led by, looks like number 36, Anthony Myers up front, doing a good job. Look like number 35, Aiden Mason in the football game, trying to get some more numbers to you. 56 still in the game, Big Troy Faulkner up there. So number 52, Peyton Jordan in the football game as well. 2 or 3 or 4 of the starters still in the football game up front for the Hounds defensive line. Again, Israel Summers, number 92, anchoring the left defensive end spot as well.
Josh Sargent, big running back in at quarterback, takes the snap, quarterback keeper, across the right side, going to be pounded down to the dirt. Not a lot of running room there. Might have got a yard on the carry.
Yeah, I thought Sargent may be able to get a few yards, but nothing right there. Looked like, again, number 36, Anthony Myers in on that first hit. Sargent, a big man in there running the football, but the Hounds still, turning back the Black Bears right there.
Brings up 3rd and 9 in Harlan County, going with a different look at quarterback. Haven't seen any pass attempts from Sargent. Kind of fits the bill of a fullback kind of mold. Don't know what kind of arm he's bringing to the table here. Guess we'll see. He lines up in the pistol with trips to his right. Now he's going to do a shotgun set. Reset his running back to his left. Hounds showing blitz. They bring it. He's back to pass. Lets one fly. It's a duck in the air. In and out of his hands. Incomplete. That was almost hauled in and caught. Really good pass defense from Eli Walker out in coverage.
Yeah, exactly. For a big guy, just firing one down the field, made a good throw. But Eli Walker really, the right cornerback for the Hounds D, recovering in a hurry and then able to knock the ball loose. So good job right there by Eli Walker. Looks like number 98, Alex Chandler, in the football game up front for the Hounds, actually checking out right there. So, again, just a lot of different Red Hounds in the football game. Number 19, Dawson Coffey in there. Looks like playing that Mike linebacker spot. Evan Baker in there for the Hounds. So, again, just good to see the Hounds in there, getting those players a lot of work.
Black Bears in punt formation. High snap, it gets fielded, puts the toe to it. High kick, hangs in the air, lands at the 40, takes a Harlan County roll, going to be picked up at the 50, at the 45, takes a big shot at the 40-yard line, hangs on to it. Lucas Britton on the return for the Hounds. Makes a good one. Good little gain of 10 on the punt return.
Yeah, did a good job right there to find the football. Ball bouncing around a little bit. Lucas Britton picks the football up and gets north and south. So, again, you look field position. And right where the Hounds want to be on the other side of the 50, setting up this, the offense again. So Hounds looking to put more points on the board right here.
E-Step and Company open up in the shotgun at the Harlan County 40-yard line. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Back to pass, lots of time, fires into the flat, hauled in and caught by Creekmore, makes 2 defenders miss. Now heads to the sideline at the 30, picks up a block at the 20, at the 10. He's going to walk it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that looked like a great play right there. Just an easy pitch and catch out in the left flat to Colton Creekmore, and then he puts on the jets, makes 2 or 3 guys miss in space, and then goes north and south and gets to the end zone in a hurry. So a really, really good job again to put more points on the board by the Red Hound offense right there, and Colton Creekmore for the Red Hounds.
Second touchdown pass of the night for E-Step. He's matched the passing output of Cade Elam.
That's right, yeah, just really firing it right there and doing a good job making a good decision and taking a little bit of the check down the flat, and then Colton Creekmore does the rest. So great job again by the Hounds.
Baker on for the extra point try, splits the uprights this time, 49-0. Your score. Minute left in the third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
When you've been in business since 1954, you have to be doing something right. At Owens Auto Repair, they believe in honesty, service, and that hard work can still get you somewhere. Owens offers a complete line of truck and auto parts, as well as their custom-made hydraulic hoses, weather guard toolboxes, utility beds, and Sherwin-Williams auto paint. They also offer auto repair for cars, trucks, and RVs, and of course have top name-brand tires. And they do towing and recovery. Owens Auto Repair, located just down from Corbin High School on Cumberland Falls Highway.
Oh, but he's just freshman, of course.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Inside a minute to play here in the third quarter. This one may go into the fourth quarter, by the way. With the running clock, team's going to elect to let this one go into the period. So we'll give you the score and kick it right back out. Your score here at Campbell Field, it's a blowout. Corbin 49, Harlan County nothing as this clock dwindles down into the fourth quarter play. 3 in the books, 1 to go. Hounds 1 quarter away from second round playoff action. Again, your score, Corbin 49, Harlan County nothing. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Hometown Bank is proud of their name because Hometown Bank is proud of the hometowns they're in. In fact, their name is their mission, which is to take care of the communities in which they work and live. Hometown Bank is always here to help, so if you're buying a house, remodeling your kitchen, or need a home equity loan to combine other debt, come see Hometown Bank and find out how easy working with a Hometown Bank can be. Visit the Hometown Bank nearest you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That's a 15-yard penalty for not eating at Bubby's Barbecue in Corbin. You can go deep with Bubby's all-you-can-eat buffet with all your favorites for one low price. That's right, all-you-can-eat, not just one measly old plate. And there's never a personal foul on the fine staff at Bubby's Barbecue. They're friendly and fast and will always treat you like you're a part of the Bubby's family. You'll always score big and win the game when it comes to choosing Bubby's Barbecue in Corbin. Phone 258-9070 for Bubby's Barbecue of Corbin.
At the top of the fourth quarter, your score, Corbin 49, Harlan County nothing. Corbin putting a lot of teams on the clock. Harlan County gets to join the club 5 teams in a row.
Right.
Fixed running clock against the Hounds. Ronnie Bolin with Jeff Barnett on your radio dial. Baker on to kick it off for the Hounds. Puts the boot to it high, end over end kick, and a sail out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, his foot didn't slip right there, and of course he got the touchback. So, and you talk about the running clock club, and that's one you don't want to be on. But the Hounds have definitely had a lot of members to the running clock club this season, doing a great job, defensively as well as just piling on those points. So, again, great job by the Red Hounds, and just a fun football team to watch. That's for sure.
That group in red going to be a tough out for a lot of teams here. Going to have to come to Campbell Field to do it.
That's right. Looks like, just the right defensive end, number 50, Max Farmer in there, number 60, Miles Marlowe up front for the Hounds. So, again, a couple, Red Hounds getting into some more action. Number 43, Justice McCaig in there at linebacker.
Black Bears come to the line, trips to the right, Hounds show blitz, and they bring it. Give up the middle. Might have got a yard or two.
Really good job right there. Look like number 35, Aiden Mason, coming up, closing the door in a hurry. So, again, just, you saw the young Hounds on offense. They put up 2 touchdowns on the board and just keep piling it on. And right here defensively, the young Hounds on defense just having their way again as well. So, again, just great to see, the Hounds offensively, defensively, no matter who's on the field at any point in time, just doing a great job.
Harlan County comes to the line in the shotgun, trips to the left, operating on the right hash. Quarterback keeper, nothing there. Second effort gets him a couple. Forces his way up to his own 23-yard line, brings up 3rd and about 6.
Good job up in there. Look like number 60, Miles Marlowe, in on the hit, as well as look like number 98, Alex Chandler, stacking up the play, and Max Farmer in there on the hit as well. So good job by that Hounds front four, just teeing off, having their way. Number 54, Caleb Shepard in the game. Number 30, Nashawn Brooks, playing this left corner on defense. So, again, just a lot of different Hounds up in there and just continuing to make plays.
Sargent to the line on 3rd and 6. Hounds show blitz. They're going to bring it off the edge. Loads up and fires down the right sideline. Going to be intercepted. Nashawn Brooks hauls it in over his right shoulder. Finally brought to rest on his own 37-yard line. Second interception for this Red Hound defense. And good interception there by Brooks out in space.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Ron. He just played that ball well, knew where the receiver was, knew where the quarterback was, and, got some pressure on the blitz from Blake Lawson, number 42, and, the ball kind of sailed on the quarterback a little bit, and Nashawn Brooks really dialed in, eyes on the football, goes up and makes a great play right there at cornerback for the Hounds to get, like you just said, the second turnover. And, again, Hounds defensive backs just being ball hawks, on the football season. So just good to see, again, these Hounds, dialing up pressures, dialing up great coverage, and then offense attacking right here.
He stepped to the line, 1st and 10 on his own 37. Play action, rolls to the right, fires down into the flat to the check down, up to the 40. Got some running room at the 50 where he'll be forced out of bounds. Good reception out in space. I couldn't see the number. Get that to you here in a second. Still turned sideways. Not helping the radio, dude.
Yeah,
trying
exactly.
To give you some. I think that was Zach Reynolds.
I think so.
On the catch.
Yeah, I think so. And it looked like number 34 at tight end, Sam Farmer up there, in there playing for the Hounds right now.
1st and 10 at the 50. He step in the gun with twin wideouts each way. Going to hand off across the left side to Stevens at the 45. There he goes. Putting his foot in the ground at the 40. Fighting ahead all the way down to the 36-yard line. Nice gain there, about 14 on the carry, 1st down for the Hounds.
Yeah, Cole Stevens, just taking the ball around the left side, putting his foot in the dirt and getting north south, making 2 or 3 defenders, miss, and he gets a big 1st down for the Hounds to just keep the clock moving, keep the chains moving. Number 8, Trey Blaylock for the Hounds, split out to the left side, doing a good job in space, blocking right there for number 27, Cole Stevens.
E-Step has 3 wide receivers. They're all in tight, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back flanking him on either side. Going to hand off to Stevens across the right. Next, picks up a nice block from Farmer on the edge. Drug down from behind at the 25. Could have been a horse collar. There comes the flag late. Think that's going to be the call.
Yeah, I think so. I think the horse collar right there on Cole Stevens. And look like number 34, Sam Farmer, doing a great job in space out there, blocking, kind of kicking the defender out, the corner outside, and then Cole Stevens cutting back in to the left to pick up the yardage right there. And, again, with this flag coming up, Hounds, again, going to be in the Red Hound red zone right here, looking to put up more points on the board.
Horse collar is going to be the call, half the distance to the goal. Makes it 1st and 10 from the Harlan County 12. Same formation. E-Step bobbles the snap, has to retreat, keeps his eyes downfield, lets it go. Fires left side. It's going to be dropped. Had Lucas Britton Nice play by Estep there, just couldn't complete the pass.
Yeah, just a good athletic play right there. Rolls out to the left side. Like you said, kind of the ball gets lost a little bit, but Estep picks it up and fires. But, unfortunately for the Hounds, just, a little bit of a miss right there. But, Lucas Britton saw him earlier, with the ball in space, doing a great job.
Sets up 2nd and 10. Now split out 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Estep remains in the shotgun. Handoff going to go to Stevens. Cutting his way through the defense, picking his way forward. All the way down to about the Harlan County 5. Nice gain of 8 there on the carry.
Yeah, just a good run up in there by Cole Stevens, just being almost like a little bit of a patient run, like you just said, Ronnie, kind of picking his spot, cutting in, cutting out, and, staying behind the offensive line, doing a good job picking up good positive yards. And that's just, again, another good sight to see when you can see a freshman running back running the football right there like that on Friday night.
3rd down, 1 yard needed. Tight shotgun formation, handoff goes to Farmer across the right side, walks it into the end zone for another touchdown.
My goodness, yeah, the Red Sea parted right there around the right side, and number 34, Sam Farmer, walks in for the touchdown. So, tip your hat right there to the Red Hound offensive line, doing a great job opening holes for the running backs. Cole Stevens, Cam Estep, and then Sam Farmer finishes off with a touchdown. So, again, great job by the Hounds to just keep piling it on right there, offensively late in this football game.
Baker on to tack on the extra point. Snap is down, kick is away off the foot, and this one's actually blown dead. And no good. No good. It's the quick whistle, but 5 minutes remaining in your football game. Your score 55-0. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. It's called Forward Pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at $19.99 a month and includes unlimited talk and text. Add 3 gigabytes of data, $29.99 per month. 6 gigabytes, $39.99 per month. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus. Just $89.99 per month with 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features of postpaid service without the long-term commitment. It's Forward Pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Unlimited data plus, slows to 1 megabyte per second. Past 50 gigabytes of use.
4.5 minutes remaining in the football game. Your score, Corbin 55, Harlan County nothing here at Campbell Field. Ronnie Bowling with Jeff Barnett on your radio dial. This one's not close.
That's
Corbin
right.
Put the gas pedal down, have not let up tonight. They're up 55-0, your tally here in the first round of the playoffs. Really just a dominant performance from Corbin tonight. Playing like that you want them to see him play here.
Yeah, exactly. You wonder, if maybe they'll have a little bit of a letdown, but no letdown inside. Exactly. And that speaks to the Hounds coaching staff. Just, stay with the gas pedal down and, exactly what the Hounds have done so far in this, football game tonight in the first round of the playoffs.
Simon on to kick it away for the Hounds. Puts the boot to it. It's a high end-over-end kick. Going to be fielded right around the 8-yard line, up to the 20. Now in a swarm of Red Hounds, he took a shot on that return. Makes it up to the 20 and no more. Paid for every yard.
Yeah, big hit right there. Trying to get the number, look like maybe number 22, Evan Taylor, in on the hit. Actually, getting up. I thought one of the Black Bears may have been down, but actually getting up right there. And then just getting some, some more numbers in there for you. Looks like number 48 for the Hounds, Hunter Fusen, in there at linebacker. Again, we talked about, I think, number 30, Nashawn Brooks, who had the interception earlier in the football game. And then looks like number 75, Barron Butler, coming in there. And, we've seen Butler, play really good inside, just a freshman. They've always done a great job inside, leading the Hounds defensive front four. So good to see Barron Butler in there, ready to make a play, on Friday night for the Hounds.
Gordon hasn't utilized the starter one here in the second half. It's been all reserves, still pitching a shutout, still putting up points. 3 touchdowns.
That's right. That's right.
To their advantage here in the second half. Still yielding no points with 3 minutes remaining in your game.
Yeah, just an amazing. A lot of times you think, well, we put the young guys in there, they're going to score 1 or 2, but the Hounds just dialing up everything, making great plays all over the field.
Sargent in the pistol formation, trips to his left. Handoff up the middle. No running room there.
Wow, great play. Yeah, good play inside, Ronnie, right there. Again, we see Hunter Fusen in on the hit. Barron Butler, number 75, that left defensive tackle spot, closing the door, getting off his block and then making a hit. So, you just talked about it. The Hounds piling up the points, with the young guys, and now defensively, you see the front four and Hunter Fusen doing a good job right there.
Brings up second and about 9. Sargent in the shotgun. Hounds showing blitz. They bring it straight quarterback keeper. He'll barrel his way for a yard or 2. Again, not a lot of running room in there. Actually picks up 3 with the forward progress. That's up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, again, just, the Black Bears testing the Hounds front four and, Barron Butler again and Hunter Fusen saying no. So that combination, at D tackle, Barron Butler and, Hunter Fusen just closing the door again inside and answering the bell again defensively up front for the Hounds.
Coach McCreary and company keeping an eye on the clock, letting it dwindle inside 2 minutes here at Campbell Field. Hounds all but academically got this one in the books, going to improve to 11-0 on the season. Probably inviting Letcher County Central in here, barring some upset next week. Sargent to the line. Snaps over his head. He bobbles it. Now he's going to get punished for it. A sea of red hitting him in the face. Brings up 4th down, and Harlan County probably going to have to punt this football away. I mean, it's 4th down, last drive of the season. Why not go for it?
Yeah, why not dial it up right there and see what happens, and just get those numbers out there. Miles Marlowe, on the hit. Looked like number 54, Caleb Shepard, in on a hit as well. And the Hounds really dialing up a little bit of a blitz. We saw Blake Lawson coming off the edge right there. Anytime you bumble, the ball kind of bounces around a little bit back there. The Hounds with that speed going to be right on it. So again, great job by the Hounds defense.
Clock inside 1 minute. Harlan County either going to take the delay or take a timeout. No call out. Harlan County's going to take a timeout with 36 seconds remaining in the game. We'll cut away for our last break as well. 55-0 your score. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Red Hound Football on T107.
Dreaming about enjoying time on the lake but need a boat? Or planning a road trip but not sure which RV is right for you and your family? Wildcat RV and Marine can help. With our selection of Keystone and Crossroads RVs and Mercury Low boats, we can get you in the great outdoors. We're a family-owned RV and Marine dealer with professionally trained sales and service departments. Our staff is committed to helping you find the perfect RV or boat and keep it on the road or in the water. Wildcat RV and Marine, just off I-75 in Corbin, or online at wildcatrvandmarine.com.
Final moments here of the 4th quarter here at Campbell Field. We're counting you down. Inside 30 seconds. Harlan County took a timeout. Looks like they've got their punt formation on the field. Down 55-0 out of a timeout. That's bizarre, other than maybe they're allowing this clock to expire. The clock, of course, does start after 30 seconds, and looks like that's going to be the move. Final game in the books. Corbin going to advance at a round 1 into round 2. They're going to blank Harlan County 55-0. Big time performance here from the group in red here at home. 5th consecutive shutout. Corbin's posted 200. I'll get you the score.
Yeah, exactly. Got to tally it up.
247-0 is what they outscored their opponents in the last 5 contests.
Yeah, and the cool thing is, Ronnie, you had to pull out a calculator to do it. That's how fast those points are adding up right there. 247 points to nothing in the last, I think, we said 5 games, 6 games?
5 games.
Yeah, okay, 5 games, and 247-0. So, again, Red Hounds shaking hands right here at Campbell Field, first round of the playoffs. If you drew up a plan for the first round, you couldn't draw it any better than this. And the Hounds come in with a complete performance in all three phases: offense, defense, special teams. Of course, Cade Elam, on fire. To all his different weapons. Defense, creating a couple turnovers during the football game, and really never almost, a threat. The Black Bears to score against the Hounds. So Jacob Baker, right where you want to see him. With the touchbacks and doing a great job. So. To finish up, Ronnie, just a complete performance, in the first round of the playoffs for the Red Hounds tonight.
This one's in the books. Corbin moves on 11-0 on your season. They take down the Black Bears of Harlan County 55-0. Your final score, Corbin, will be right here at home next week, 7:30 on your radio dial. Second round playoff action in the books. JB, thank you tonight for all the expert color commentary. Thank you to everybody back at the station. I'm Ronnie Bowling. This has been Red Hound Football on T107.